As I am young and there are many young people over here watching us, I would like to ask, what is the right age to start investments?
I mean, there is no such right age to enter. The moment you have money, ideally you should start investment, number one. And earlier is better always.
Okay.
Because as I said, this growth assets gives the best return when they are kept for long term. Okay. Suppose you start at the age of 20 and somebody start at the age of 30 and somebody else start at the age of 40. And everybody has to retire at the age of 60. Right? For example. So the person who started investment at the age of 20, he has 40 years to investment. The person who has started at 30, he has only 30 years to get the return. The person who started at 40, he has only 20 years.
Right.
Okay. See, this growth asset is a compounding asset. I mean, if you keep it longer, the compounding effect will be very, very large. So the person who started at 20 has a 40 years, he will see maybe 5 investment cycle. Average typically, if I say investment cycle of 8 years, you will see 5 investment cycle. The person who is having 30 years, he will see maybe 4. Or the person who is having starting at age 40, I mean, 40, he has only 20 years, so maybe 2.5 investment cycle. So unless you invest for longer duration, your wealth cannot be very big. You can just take a calculator. If this asset class compounds say at 12% growth assets, for 40 years the compounding effect, if you put, it will be huge. But for 20 years it will be definitely much less. So earlier is the best.
Okay. As soon as possible, as we can quote it.
Yes, as soon as possible. Yes.
Having
Warren
said
Buffett
that,
always says, even after having such a very large investable fund for himself, his own fund, he says that one mistake he did is that he didn't start it early.
Okay.
In spite of having hundreds of $billion, he said that earlier would have been better.
So I would say me and there are many youngsters who are fortunate to get this knowledge at the right time.
Yes. I'll tell you one important aspect. Money plus time plus knowledge create the wealth.
Okay.
Or create a fortune.
Right.
Okay. So knowledge, what we are sharing with you, even if you take a small capital and keep it over a long period of time, you will definitely create a fortune.
Right.
Bill Gates says always, if you born poor, it is not your fault, but if you die poor, it is definitely your fault.
Absolutely.
So when you have knowledge, when you have time in your hand, if you put small sum, and see the effect in the long term. It will be huge. It will be huge. Okay.
Having said that, if we are in the age group of 20 to 25, and if we see 2 years back when there was COVID crisis, the market was down. Now the market is up. So I am really much confused. When should I enter and when should I exit the market?
Yeah, it is a beautiful question. So everybody, thinks about, if I am investing, when to exit.
Exactly.
Okay, should I exit when the market is not doing well, or I should exit when the market is doing well?
Right.
Okay. I would say, you should exit under 3 conditions.
Okay.
One is when you achieved your goal. Suppose you are investing for your buying a house. You are investing in a stock to buy a house. So you have invested for 20 years and you have created a corpus, you have created the amount which can is sufficient to buy a house.
Okay.
So you exit. As simple as that. So you should exit when the goal is achieved. Or you are saving for a retirement for a particular corpus. You wanted to create a corpus of say 25 crore. Okay, suppose at the age of 55 or 56 you have created that corpus. You can exit.
Okay.
Even if you have not touched 60.
Okay.
Right? That is number one. So you should exit when the goal is achieved.
Right.
Okay. Second is you realize that whatever you have invested or wherever you have invested, it is not correct.
Okay. Makes sense.
Okay. And you wanted to undo that. Okay. So many people have done investment in ULIP and they realize they have made a mistake after 2 years or 3 years. So you can immediately exit those investment. In your entire investment, you should think whether you have made a mistake. Same is with the stock also. Suppose you have made an investment into stock and you realize, no, I have made a mistake. You should exit logically. So that can be another reason to exit.
Okay.
So these are and I would add one more, that is you get a better opportunity. After investing, suppose you see a better opportunity.
Okay.
Or better investment
we are
opportunity.
getting 10% somewhere we have invested in that. But if we are getting 50%, then we can shift.
Right?
Right. Okay.
It makes sense?
Yeah.
So one is you should exit when the goal is achieved. Second, if you have made a mistake. And third, if you are getting a better investment opportunity.
Okay.
So to me, these are the three, you should have in your mind 3 things to exit the investment.